Hi, this is Joe Gailey. I want to welcome you to another one of our educational webinars on the subject of employees in your business, your obligation to them, and what kind of damages you might have if you fail in those obligations. Today we're going to talk about sexual harassment, which is a very important topic in this day and age. And in fact, according to the statistics issued by the EEOC, is one of the fastest growing areas of complaints in the United States. Now, sexual discrimination is really a subset of Title VII of the Civil Rights Act of 1964, forbidding discrimination based upon sex. And it covers a wide multitude of things, and it does not necessarily have to rise to the level of discrimination to be actionable. Put in a very simple format, anytime an employee feels they are in an uncomfortable situation at work, that could lead to a hostile work environment and a related lawsuit. For instance, very common example, a female employee walks into the break room and a number of male employees are there laughing, telling dirty jokes. And they try to tell her a dirty joke, and she doesn't want to listen to it. That makes her feel uncomfortable. And therefore, that rises to the level of sexual harassment. It can certainly expand even more than that. We've seen much in the news where people, some managers and in fact some bosses, demand sexual favors from employees in exchange for favoritism at work. And this is, again, part of sexual harassment. Now, there's a few universal truths that you need to be aware of. One is the sexual harassment doesn't necessarily have to be between two different genders. It doesn't have to be male upon female or female upon male. It can be male upon male or female upon female. You can have the same gender if it arises and creates a hostile work environment. So you need to take steps to make sure that your employees and your managers in particular are not creating a hostile workplace. Now, how can you do that? First of all, you can insist on them exercising manners in the workplace. If you hire an employee who curses in the regular course of their business and uses particularly sexual stereotypes, in the regular course of that language, it's almost a certainty that some employee, and it could be male or female, is going to be offended by that type of language. So you need to have policies and procedures prohibiting cursing, prohibiting sexual stereotypes, racial slurs, things like that in the workplace. And once you find out that it's occurring, you need to take steps to stop it, even if that means firing the person who's generating the risk. Because these things can lead to huge judgments against employers. You need to teach all employees to be respectful. If in a diverse workplace, sometimes people come from all different kinds of cultures, and that's usually very good for a business because it allows them to expand their outlook, expand their marketing possibilities, to get a different new blood in the business and different ways to invigorate the business. But it also brings about some problems because some cultures have different views than others. For instance, there are some cultures where women are looked upon as being something less than the men. And coming from those cultures, people have a tendency to bring that with them unless you take the time, you meaning the employer, takes the time to train and explain to them that in the workplace there's no place for that, that all of your employees are going to be treated respectfully, and if an employee cannot treat their co-workers respectfully and have good manners, then there's no sense in them even coming to work. And finally, of course, it starts at the top. Top management has to be impeccable. They have to continually insist upon a good, safe workplace, non-hostile work environment for their employees. And the more they insist upon it, it will trickle down and eventually get down to the level that actually has the power to control the workplace environment. This is something that we're all going to have to live with for the next decade, I suspect, maybe longer. And federal law obligates you to investigate these claims and to take steps to remedy any sort of hostile environment in your workplace. I want to thank you for tuning in to this installment, and want to ask you to please continue to watch our other installments on this very important topic to your business. Thank you.